Ted Baker is a great example of those that should be honored in the Pit and Quarry Hall of Fame. He's literally been involved in the aggregates business all of his adolescent and adult life. And that did not include the childhood dinner table conversations, the trips to the quarry to play in the stockpile, the total immersion of the family in the aggregates business in his life since a toddler. As a college student, he drove a Dempsey dumpster at our Brooksville quarry. Dempsey dumpster is an early version of the quarry truck we all employ today. You drove the truck backwards and you ran into the primary hopper, and if you hit it hard enough, it sprung the dump so it would go into the primary hopper. That was before safety was a key indicator. After college, he enlisted in the Marines. His MOS was not infantry. He ran a quarry in Villegas, Puerto Rico, a perfect match. After his discharge, he was initially a sales engineer. He was no engineer, but he could sell anything. Quickly, he became sales manager and then president of our family company, Shands and Baker, at the ripe old age of 28. He quickly analyzed, as is always the case, that the business was changing. Aggregates competitors were fully integrated, and if Shands and Baker was to thrive or even survive, it needed to do the same. In 1972, he orchestrated a merger of ready-mix companies in Jacksonville, Gainesville, Orlando, and Tampa with Shands and Baker, who had aggregates operations throughout North Central and Southwest Florida. That new company was called Florida Rock Industries and soon became a public company on the American and later the New York Stock Exchange. Under his leadership, the company expanded in Florida, Georgia, Virginia, and Maryland. He was a genius at putting together fully integrated materials companies. We had great concrete operations supplied by aggregates plants with huge market share. As you can see, he was no ordinary son of a founder. He had drive, vision, and execution. He was above all else a great salesperson, whether it was a big order, a merger, or our stock price. What made him great was his honesty, direct leadership, charm, and humility. He once told a stock analyst at a meeting that he thought our stock was overvalued. The crowd gasped. The stock fell. Of course, there was a big hiccup in our stock price that day, but from then on, he had incredible credibility in talking to the street about our company. As a businessman and a leader, he was amazing. His speeches at our semi-annual management meetings developed our culture, crafted his vision, and inspired all. He is an intuitive genius. That is to say, he plays chess while others are playing checkers. But more than all his public company-wide interactions, what made him so beloved was his interpersonal dealings with our people, the plant managers, the scale operators, truck drivers, and primary operators. They all knew him not as Mr. Baker, but as Ted. They all really knew him, and they considered him their friend. This is what the aggregate business, our business, was based on, and he was one of the greatest builders of our industry. He's deeply touched by this honor, and I would give a king's ransom if he were here to accept it, but I'm so very proud to be asked to do it on his behalf. Thank you all so very much.